Hey guys, Andrea Garcia here. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can take your very favorite oracle cards and turn them into gorgeous sweatshirts or crop tops. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a sweatshirt for this winter, much like so. Or also one of these cool crop tops where you take the sweatshirt, cut it all up. So you can see here, I'm a big fan of crop top anything, so if I see a chance of cutting something up, I'm definitely gonna take it. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you 2 ways in which you can customize your sweatshirt using your favorite oracle cards. Now for those of you that don't know what oracle cards are, this is what they look like. They come in a set, or a deck I should say, and they have these amazing, incredible, beautiful images on there, and they all pertain to something in particular. So these cards are not like tarot cards. Oracle cards are a little bit more energy based. So they pick up on your energy, whatever cards you end up pulling, that's the kind of guidance you're gonna receive from the deck based on what you are putting into the deck, of course, like your energy. And it comes with a little booklet like this, and it explains what each card means, and then you can kind of get some sort of guidance from there. So I got into oracle cards earlier this year. One of my really good friends, she reads my cards, and I was kind of inspired by that. And I wanted to learn how to give myself readings, and I've done readings for a few friends as well. And this is not witchcraft, it does not tell the future. This is for people who are like spiritual gangsters like me, I guess you should say. But if you have any other questions about oracle cards and a little bit more about what they're all about, I would just Google it. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there that kind of give a better explanation that I probably am going to. But I am obsessed with the images. These are gorgeous images. All oracle card decks are very, very different. I purchased my oracle card decks from my favorite crystal shop. I have 2. One of them is this one, the Angel Answers. This is by Doreen Virtue. She has amazing, amazing decks of oracle cards, so go ahead and Google her. And also, this one's my favorite deck. This one's called the Indigo Angel. I picked that one up. I fell in love with the graphics. So I'm gonna be using 2 of the tarot cards today to make my sweatshirts. And this tutorial was inspired by Michelle Phan. She posted a picture of her wearing this gorgeous tarot card sweatshirt on her Instagram a few months ago. Absolutely fell in love with it. Could not find who the maker of the sweatshirt was. So then of course I decided that I would create my own version spin-off of her sweatshirt, and now I'm gonna show you guys how to create it. This tutorial is super, super easy to make. You don't need very much. So let's go ahead and get started.
You need the following materials for this tutorial: a sweatshirt of your choice, oracle cards, a few fabric sheets. I purchased this at Target. It's also available, or they're available at any craft store as well. You need a pair of scissors, your trusted hot iron, and you're also going to be needing 2 more items, which I will mention later on in the video. Now before we get started with making the sweatshirt, you want to go ahead and have your oracle cards picked out, and it's important that you have a scanner. If you don't have a scanner, you can opt to use images already available on Pinterest. I went ahead and I chose these 2 gorgeous images from my oracle deck for this particular tutorial today. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is scan my oracle cards and save copies of those images onto my computer. If you've never done this before, I suggest checking out a tutorial or asking someone who has done this previously. So as you can see, my cards are scanned, and one very important thing to know is that you need to be able to rotate your image, flip it horizontally, so the font is going to be backwards. This is very important when you print out your image and you flip it over onto your sweatshirt. It will all make sense later once I put it on the sweatshirt, I promise. So I have my image already horizontally flipped, and I'm going to be inserting some of my fabric sheets onto my printer. They act very much like paper as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and print out my images. Here is my Freedom one. It's very important that you allow the image to dry. As you can see here, the word freedom is backward. Now for this next step, you're going to be needing a white recycled t-shirt. The reason for this is we're going to be ironing our sheets directly onto the white fabric. This is going to allow the image to be colorful and pop once it's on our sweatshirt. So take your image and cut out any excess white trim that's around it. and you're simply going to be turning it over, and you want the red lines to be facing up. And this is the part that you're going to be hot ironing over. Now you want to go ahead and iron the image all evenly until it turns a little bit yellowish. You don't want to stay on one side for too long because you'll go ahead and ruin your image. So I'm going to go ahead and bind my 2 images onto my white t-shirt. I'm going to allow them to completely dry. Once they're cold, then I'm going to go ahead and completely remove the little extra piece of paper that's on the back. It acts very much like a sticker, and as you can see, my images are nice and bright on my white fabric. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to completely cut them out. Now as you can see, the images, when you look at them, the letters are completely in the right direction. So this is why it was important to flip them horizontally. Now this is something else you're going to be needing. This is a fabric glue. It's no sew. And I'm going to be adding a decent amount of that onto my sweatshirt. This is basically going to bind my fabric onto my sweatshirt. This is not a permanent stitch, so we're going to be gluing it first, then allowing it to dry. Make sure it does say fabric glue. You don't want to be using regular glue for this. And once it's on there nice and secure, go ahead and put it to the side to dry. And I'm going to show you another method in which you could do that. Another thing you can do is directly take your image and just put the glue directly on the back of that to be able to bind it. And another reason why I did this is because when I printed my image directly onto my black fabric, it wasn't showing. So it's very important to do the step on the white t-shirt first. So I allowed my images to dry. They're nice and bounded on there, but like I said, it's not a permanent stitch. So it's very important that you take the time to do this if you want your sweater to last a long time. Take your needle and thread, and you're going to be attaching and sewing the image directly onto your sweatshirt. This will take some time, so take a few breaks if you need to. And if you want it to go a little bit faster, you can make your stitches a little bit bigger than normal. But as you have it here, as you can see, this is my sweatshirt completely done. I went ahead and I stitched all the way around on all 4 sides. And this is what it looks like once it's on. It's nice on there and secure. And now for the second part, where I'm going to show you how to create the crop top version of the sweatshirt. As you can see, I have this shirt that I really like the style, so I'm basically going to be mimicking that. So taking my scissors, I'm going to be cutting the bottom of my sweatshirt. As you can see here, I'm going to be cutting one of the sleeves. Then I'm going to fold it and cut it to make sure that both of the sleeves are cut the exact same length. Then I'm going to be folding them inside. Make sure that the bottom and the top are aligned perfectly. Now taking some black thread, I'm going to just put a few stitches so it stays on there nice and secure. I want to go ahead and do this to the bottom part of the sleeve and also the top of the sleeve. And I'm going to be repeating this on the opposite sleeve as well. And once the sleeves are done, you are absolutely done with your crop top sweatshirt. It should look something like this. It's incredibly comfortable, and don't hesitate to customize it into any color you'd like.
And that's it for the tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now for those of you that don't have access to Oracle cards and need to know where you can buy some, I would go ahead and suggest going to Amazon.com. Etsy.com also sells an awesome variety of gorgeous Oracle decks from independent artists as well. And if you don't want to buy Oracle cards, you don't want to buy a full deck, but you want some of the card visuals, or the images I should say, Pinterest.com has a variety of Oracle cards already on there. Maybe you can find one that you can use for this particular tutorial. And as always, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am also on Instagram. It's @FancyMade. And as always, thank you guys so much for checking out my work. Always truly appreciate your love and support. Sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will be seeing you next week.